Hey! How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone's evening going? Has everyone had a chance to grab their libraries, check them out, stick them in the game? Oh man, I'm so psyched. I mean, the first thing that I want to have a look at is the music player. It's in the game, it's ready to go, it's happening. So exciting. And that's what we're listening to here in the background. We'll just give it a little shuffle here. We'll make sure it loops through everything. We're gonna host the video afterwards. Absolutely, yes. This video will be available for replay. It'll be here on the Twitch. It'll be on the YouTube channel. Anyone will be welcome to watch it. Alright, so we'll leave that music playing. Let it loop itself through. Go through a couple times. Alright. So, it's a great update. Wish I have a library too. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there in those drops. So the first thing we did, we'll get our libraries in. I mean, you know, we'll go right from the beginning for anyone who hasn't done it before. You want to deposit your library NFT. In case you've never deposited an NFT before, you burn it right here. It arrives in the game. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And the main thing here today, we're answering any and all questions. Anything anyone wants to know about libraries, what they do, where we're going, how they work. We're going to run through it all ourselves, but we'll also answer some questions along the way. Hey, Gonzalonson. Welcome on in. Happy to have you. So we're not going to have any room left here to go with this library. So we're probably going to have to put another one here next to it. So if you've never installed buildings before, this is how you throw them on your plot. You find an empty plot of land, you press this button, and you scroll down to the building that you want to put down and hit install. And we plop it right down. Hey, welcome on in, happy to have you. So we've got our library on our plot here, and we can have a look at all the different things we have available. So at level 1, hi, welcome on in everybody. So the base thing, what do we want to do with our library? We've got a few different things. You can see there's tons of buttons available. We're going to run through them all. We're going to talk about what everything does. Hey, Nay, welcome on in. Frank, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Aw, Frank, great guy. Frank is part of our massive wax giveaway that's currently going on. If anyone can link that in the chat, that'd be fantastic. We want everyone to go check out the biggest giveaway on wax. All right. Oh, we got a cat who wants to be involved in the stream today. My apologies. All right, so let's start from the ground up. Let's have a look. We've got our research papers. So this is the bread and butter of your libraries. This is what we want to be building up on. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Give me like just one quick minute. You know, I'm gonna hide this. We can have a look at the library. We're gonna put the cat away. Give me just 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, we have returned. Oh boy. Hey, Transform777, welcome on in. It might be on you, buddy. I think it's probably your end. All right, let's get going here. Oh, what a jam. God, I love the soundtrack. It's so good. So, looking at these research papers. So we've got 3 different research papers here. We've got freshman research paper, which is going to take stamina, power of 10, some paper, and bazaar coins. So if anyone was paying attention earlier, you saw some of the leaks, you saw the player guide, you know that we need coins in order to make all of our research papers. So our freshman research paper here, it's going to take us 2 days. We're going to pump out 2 research papers. Oh, don't worry, Transform, the replays will be available. You're going to be fine. And we need common coins. 1 common coin produces 2 research paper. Gonna take a long time though, 2 days to get you going on those. No requirement. You can do this at your library level of 1. Looking at our next research paper. is our senior research paper. So it requires your library to be level 3. And a little bit of stamina, a little bit of power, a little bit of paper, and this one requires uncommon bazaar coins. If anyone's not familiar, we can go over how to create your bazaar coins in just a minute here. But we'll have a look at our last research paper. Our graduate research paper. Also, look at the times on these, right? 2 days to make the first one, and it gives you 2 papers. And we jump right up, I mean, that's, 120 hours? We're looking at 5 days? 5 days to pump out 5 research papers. So we're basically making 1 research paper per day per slot, if we're looking at the breakdown of all these. At our highest level, we get a little bit of a bonus here, right? It takes us 10 days. Oh, those, yeah, research papers, this is what we're sinking our time into. This is why you want all your libraries. Hey, DK, welcome on in. So here we're spending our rare coins and turning them into 12 papers. So this is your best bang for your buck, but man, it takes 10 days, but you get 2 extra research papers for your 10 days invested. But now we're seeing really why we want to get those libraries upgraded. So if anyone hasn't had a chance to check it out, over in the player guide, if we scroll around the library just a little bit, we know we had a breakdown in here of... Am I supposed to reload? Did I lose it here somewhere? Music moved to the left. Here we go. So our library level will unlock more task slots as we level it up. So you really want to try and get it to at least level 4 so you can get that bonus task slot and really get those research papers going. Because, man, you're going to need a lot of them to get going. Okay, so quick revisit for the people who haven't made Bazaar tokens before. Oh, the music moved to the left. Primo, if you didn't know, you can click and drag this and kind of drop it anywhere on the screen that you want. You can leave your music player anywhere. Okay, so making Bazaar tokens. We go in here, we go down to the Trading Bazaar. And, we looked at, we need uncommon tokens, so we'll pick something. Go here, and we'll turn 4 into an uncommon Bazaar coin. So we can go back to the library, we can take that, and we can turn it into that senior research paper that we were just looking at. So now we have the 1 coin. We've got to put a little bit of power in there, level it up, and we'll be able to get that going. So as we go through some of these recipes, you'll see lots of them are level locked. You gotta upgrade your libraries if you want to get access to all the best recipes. So that's your entry level step. Lots of research papers. Get those going. Plunk down some libraries that are just your research paper generating machines. So the next thing we're going to look at is our sciences. So these sciences are going to be basically the branches that you're looking into when you get your library going. So we've got a chemistry branch and a science branch. We'll do chemistry first because it's super straightforward right now. So chemistry, it requires your library to be level 2 to research it. We need some research papers, some power, some oxygen, perchlorate, and some other things. And it generates a chemistry research and has a chance to make power cells. Or sorry, a chance to give us the recipe for power cells. So, what are those? What does that look like? How can we use all that? So currently, if we head over to the shop, there is not a way for us to use that chemistry research right now. There's not really a chain for it. If we had a look in the player guide over here for the library, and we scroll to our branches talking about sort of what recipes are available, we can see that Novice Chemistry doesn't currently have research options, but we'll be diving into it soon. So let's look at the branch for Life Science and talk about what we can research with Life Science. So as we upgrade our chemistry or our library, the chance of the recipe that we get will also increase. So when our library is a lower level, the recipe that we have a chance of getting on that low chance that it's going to start as Power Cell 1 we level up a bit, we have a better chance we could get Power Cell 2, and at the highest chance we have Power Cell 3. And if anyone's had a chance to dig around in your chemistry labs, you'll already have an idea of what all these recipes do and how the outputs look for them. Alright, so as we scroll up a little bit, we can find what high, medium, and high refer to. Okay, no, we're going to revisit these recipes later. Let's finish going through each of these trees that we're working on, the branch research, because we have to finish life science next. So as we work our way through life science, we will generate novice life science research, and that is used in those seed recipes that we were looking at. So we'll head back over to our library. Okay, so we looked at chemistry, we looked at what that generates and how that works. Woo seeds, yes, we use our life science. We spend our research papers, we get life science and a chance at a grow mushroom recipe. Like this says, if our library was a higher level, we would have a chance at better recipes like mushroom tea and mushroom cake. Something to keep in mind though, these recipes to make mushroom tea and make mushroom cakes are going to require you to have mushrooms. So you're going to want to get that grow mushroom recipe at some point. So you may still want to keep around some lower level libraries at least until you finish unlocking this recipe, or until you purchase it from somebody else on the market. For anyone who's wondering how recipes work and how these are going to function, so say we do life science and we do receive a grow mushroom recipe. Small chance, but sometimes you'll get one. We're going to head over to the shop, and we're going to go to our library research, and we're going to consume the grow mushroom recipe by clicking purchase right here. When recipes are consumed on this library research page, they are tied to your library. So as long as you have a library around, these recipes will remain unlocked for you. But if you ever dismantle your last library, you will lose access to any recipes that you have done so far. So the takeaway from this is do not dismantle your last library. There you go. Lots of people were dismantling previous buildings. It's not really worth it with these current ones. If we have a quick look here at some of the shards and what's going on and our upgrades per level, this will be linked in a YouTube tutorial that will be coming out soon on the library, and it'll also set up the Discord bot, so this will be available out there for everybody soon. But basically, you lose shards in general when you're dismantling your library. Don't dismantle your libraries, just dismantle your level 1s and build them up. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about how our recipes work and how we unlock them. So the next thing that we're moving on to is how to use the research that we're getting from this. So we've got some novice life science research. Say we've dropped it, it's gotten going, that's great. The current life science recipes are the seed studies that we have in the library. So if we're going over to our basic seed study, we can see it's going to take us 48 hours. It'll use 1 life science research, does not require a level for the basic study, and it has a chance at these outputs. To get a little more detail on what all of these outputs are referring to and how these rolls are calculated, you could head to the player guide and it'll give you a good breakdown of what all of those do. The next thing we can look at is the advanced seed study. This one requires you to have a level 5 library. It also takes 48 hours, but this one has a chance at giving you those sweet, sweet soy seeds, you know, that everyone's chasing after. Big money in the market, right? All of these require some greenhouse shards of various levels, so you'll need some shards to go into here. This middle seed study requires 2 novice life science research. So, expert seed study, the big fancy one. How do we get the good seeds? Where do we find the coffee seeds? Look at these things. Mushroom spores. This is how you're going to get your mushroom spores, by the way. Anyone who's like, If you're here and watching this stream, you're like, I want to grow mushrooms on Mars. That's my job. I am a mushroom farmer on Mars. This is what you're doing. Okay, you're getting your library to level 7. You can see right there it requires a level 7 library for us to unlock. It requires apprentice life science research. How do we get apprentice research? So far we've only been getting our novice research from right here. So after we've done Life Science 101 a couple of times, we can head back to our recipes in the shop. We can go to library research, and we can turn in 3 apprentice life science for 3 novice life science for 1 apprentice research paper. 1 apprentice life science. So we take that life science back to our library. We plug it into this seed study along with some very high-end shards, and we'll get some amount of very nice seeds. We need hops too. Well, we have Baiju on Mars. You're welcome to grow that. So what does the breakdown look like for these? If we look in our player guide, we can see the expert seed study is going to output 10 rolls. So it will give you, up to, this is why it says 0 to 80 for mushroom spores, for example. Of your 10 rolls, there's a chance that it never hits a mushroom spore, giving you 0 mushroom spores. Up to 10 is why you could hit only mushroom spores out of these 4, and you could get 80 mushroom spores. So, and when you do hit each number, there's a variety between the numbers that are listed here. So it gives you a good idea of what kind of seeds you're going to get, and I'm sure people who are much better at spreadsheets than I am could do a good breakdown of all of this, figure out exactly what kind of seeds you're going to be earning from doing all these seed studies. Or, on average, what you're going to find. Much needed source. Yeah, this is where we're going to be growing all of our spores and our mushrooms. Welcome on in, everyone. Saying hi. Okay, so that's our expert seed study. We're all waiting on Lamp. Yep, those sheets will be coming. Okay. So the last thing in the library that we haven't looked at yet is these recipes on the bottom. So if we look in our player guide and we go to the Dusk rewarding research. So the reason that this has a general category of its own, it's going to cycle through and it's going to change what you need to do these different tasks. So right now we're sitting on Exobiology, right? That's what we were looking at. What did we, did our music stop playing? Why did our music stop playing? Shuffle all. We'll keep playing some more stuff. Yeah, okay, there we go. Perfect. Ooh, that's fun. If it did this before, I didn't notice, and I love this feature. This is really exciting. I am discovering this on stream, and it's fantastic. That the iconography for the track that is playing appears on the player. That's amazing. I love this feature. Thank you so much, whoever did this. Anyway, we're going back to our library. So we currently have Exobiology, and we can look at what each one requires in the player guide, and we can see that the recipes, very high amounts, have ranges to them. So medium, medium, these are all sort of medium volatility, which means 5 to 10% of the time, you'll land on the high end of this roll that we're looking at. 6 to 90, 18 to 125, 30 to 250. So how do we get these rolls? How do we make all this dusk? Because it looks like, good amounts of dusk are going to be coming out of the library. So let's look at Exobiology, because it's the current research that is on rotation. These will change depending on the time of day, time of the week. These rotate through. They won't be consistent. So, Exobiology. We have 24 hours, we have 48 hours, and we have 72 hours. So on the lowest end, we can spend stamina, power, research papers, and ice in order to get back some amount of dusk. So basically, everything in the library is going to need you to do a whole bunch of research before we tackle any of it. And it does scale with the building level. So the very lowest ability doesn't require any library building level. The middle one is going to require building level 6, but it will give much better rewards. And the highest level is going to require your library to be level 9. More library drops so everyone can level theirs up. That would be a likely guess. Yeah, the libraries that all came out today. Today is just the first day for the drop, right? And this one does require a little bit more ice than the other ones, but, I mean, comparable to the Dusk cost, to the amount of ice, I think you're going to net a fair amount of Dusk in profits. Okay, so the last thing to look at. We're not going to read the whole thing on stream, but we're going to deposit some of these. So one of the things you might have noticed, and this is definitely worth looking at, don't see an option to level up the library. Okay, so upgrade and maintenance, or this little gear, both of these up at the top, will let you go to upgrade, and it will use some amount of shards to upgrade your library. I'm not sure, are people already selling them on the market? Nobody wants to sell their library shards. That's fair. Reasonable. Okay. But one of the things to note is you may have noticed that I already have some amount of research papers. You also saw how incredibly long it's going to take you to get all these research papers, right? So one of the ways to get research papers, and you'll see I've already got a little bit here, is depositing your chapters. So if we put in Chapter 1 Uncommon here, we'll deposit it on into the game. We'll just give that a minute to figure itself out. And we get 4 research papers from doing that. So if we look at this chart here, we can see that when you're depositing your chapters for the first time, Android Chrome browser doesn't appear with those options. Oh, that's good to know. However, I am on Chrome browser, so maybe post about it in the Discord, see what they have to say, see if someone can get you helped out over there. So it looks like we hit the high end here. We got 4 total research papers for depositing our uncommon, which is fantastic. That saves us like 4 days of tasks. So this is why these NFTs are going to hold value, these chapters. So the other thing, what else do we get after depositing our chapter? This is what I was saying, we're not going to go through it on stream, but we're just going to talk about where it is and how to go look at it. Alright, so we head to our library, we scroll to the very bottom, and we go to our bookshelf. And we've deposited Chapter 1. So you could go in here and you can read through Chapter 1. It is a full story. It will have 24 chapters as we scroll all the way through and we look at everything that's coming soon. We can go look at some book details over on the website. But we will not open this on stream. We want you to go and read it for yourself and learn the lore. I love what's going on here. Like, the lore and the story and everything that's coming out is so exciting and so interesting. The library is going to be fantastic. So if you've picked up anything about what we're talking about so far and the direction that the libraries are headed and the things that we're looking at, the biggest takeaway should be that this is a long-term building. This is a long-term investment, lots of stuff going on. Let's just turn up our track a touch here. It's a little quiet. And there we go. Perfect. Yeah, so our libraries are going to be a long-term building. So with those research papers today, see, I really want to get this thing leveled up, but I think maybe the best play, because I can't get mine to level 4, I don't think. I have some shards, I have like a couple of libraries, I need 12 total. So to go from level 3, where we're down here, to go from level 3 to level 4, I need 12 shards. I don't have 4 other libraries to dismantle to get this one leveled up past level 3. Will there be shards in the shop? Shards for the library? So I don't know what we're going to be releasing in the future for the shop here, but if past buildings have been any indicator of future buildings, we have included things like pirate radio shards, ways to buy the bazaar, ways to buy the pirate radio, the cantina. You know, these are all in here. So if past buildings are any indicator of future buildings and special availability, that's where you would find them if they're going to be there. Okay, so with our library at level 3, I think we're just going to keep doing some sciences, I think. Hoping to get that power cell recipe. We really want to get that level up for the chance at a better one, but we just don't have the libraries to do it right now. We don't have enough to get it leveled up. So we'll put a buy offer out into the world for, oh, I don't know, some more of these. A big choice, yeah. And we can't get it high enough level anyway. I suppose we want to drop down all of our libraries, put them all here. Oh, to even do science, our libraries need to be level 2. Oh, sorry. Thank you for asking. So task capacities increase per level. If you go to the player guide and you look at the top, every 3 levels that you upgrade, you will gain 1 task slot. So at level 4, you get 2, 7, you'll get a 3rd, and at 10, you'll get a 4th. So they get a little bit more efficient the higher you go. But I think for us today, for my own choice on what I'm going to be researching and where the direction that I'm going to be heading is placing down enough libraries and getting them all to level 2, I think, has to be the plan. I need another shard. I could deposit this. I could rip apart my other one. What if I dismantle this one? I could get 10. Okay, I should do this. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay, we've made some strategy decisions here on stream while people are watching. So we will deposit the last library that I'm interested in depositing. And yeah, plunk that thing down in there. And we're gonna tear down our level 3 library. On average, this is gonna lose us a shard, but we're really hoping for, you know, it cost us 18 shards to make. We're really hoping for 18, 19, 20, something like that. And we want to level up these other libraries because we want a bunch of level 2 libraries to do the research right now. So, you know, hopefully this gives us 18, 19, or 20. We might lose out by doing this, but hopefully... Okay, there you go, 15. So we lost a little bit of shards by doing what we did, but I want to build multiple level 2s here, not one stacked one. 1 library to 2 or have level 3. Yeah, well, so that's what I'm looking at here right now, right? That's why I chose to tear down my level 3 so that I can start upgrading more than 1 library to level 2. Because I want to do this research in all of them. So I think what I'm going to do is try and learn how to grow mushrooms to start. So I'm going to put some power in here. Do I have... That's very embarrassing. I can't believe I am streaming and in a situation where I have no power cells. Alright, never mind me. Let me head over somewhere else and pick up some power cells. It's embarrassing. Alright, let's grab some power cells from over here. Oh boy. And we'll head back over to here. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, so we're upgrading our libraries to level 2. Upgrade. If we can pick up like 1 more shard, we'll be able to get 3 level 2 libraries. And this is our main goal here. Is really pushing to get science research done in a whole bunch of libraries to get a chance at growing mushrooms. And this is the most efficient way that we're going to be able to do this, because if we made multiple level 4s to try and get extra slots, we would lose the ability to have a chance at the grow mushroom recipe. Because if we leveled it up that high, we would go into mushroom tea instead. So we're going to make a bunch of level 2s, and we're going to hope that we get the grow mushroom recipe. So this is really helping everybody out there. You're all going to become mushroom farmers with me. We're going to grow mushrooms on Mars. Alright, so we're going to get that one going. That's going to take us 2 days. We're going to get this one. Oh, we got to put some power in here. We'll recharge this. And get this one going. And I don't think we're going to have enough to do one more, because we've only got 5 shards left. So unless somebody sells us a library shard, anyone who's depositing them and like you really want to make a big old payday to help us out here, we'll pay 200. No, we'll buy one for 250 Dusk. We're really gonna set the bar high. Recipe: repair power cell 3. Where to make? Thank you for that question. That's fantastic. I can absolutely walk you through how to do that, where to find that. Oh, okay. Thank you, whoever sold us this. Someone made a great payday off of their 1 shard. Okay, we gotta get another track going. It's gotten too quiet on us in the background here. Oh, Clara's Kingdom. There we go. What a banger. Got 3 up for 250. There you go. Really just taking advantage of the market. Okay. So with that last shard, I think we have to deposit our last library. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We were holding on to it because it has a fun number, but I think we need it deposited more than we need to hold on to the number. There we go. And once we get that in there, we can get our last one going. Oops, let's hide this off to the side. Drop our last library down. Oh man, what a banger. What a song. Alright, get this thing upgraded. There we go. And now our libraries are operating as efficiently as we would like them to at this time. Can you show us blending? Yeah, so I'm going to get through some of each of these here in a second. So I'm going to hit Power Cell 3 once I get all 3 of these going, because this is what I want to use my research on. So I've opted to maximize my chances personally with my only 3 libraries that I could only get to level 2. I'm maximizing my chances to get a mushroom recipe out of these 3 libraries that I've got. So those are all firing. They're ready to go. How do we get a level 3 power cell recipe? So we're going to head to the player guide. We can see repair power cell 3 is a recipe that's available. And for us to have a chance at getting that recipe, we're going to have to be doing novice chemistry research, which if our library is at level 8, a very high level library, we have a chance to get the power cell recipe. Oh, music is maybe a touch loud there. Yeah, so you have to get a very high level library in order to have a chance at getting power cells 3. But you can repair them at least a little bit with a level 1 to 3. What will book 1 do? Okay, so we looked at this earlier, but we can deposit another one just to show it off again. Yeah, really high level if you want power cells level 3. So if we deposit a chapter, an NFT here, it'll give us a research paper, depending on the level of the chapter. So these research papers, basically every research paper that you get is going to save you 24 hours of research time. So you want to deposit all those, get all the research papers you can. I'll recommend you rewatch the playback of this video if you want to see sort of the rest of that pathway, what it does, how they work. Can we show blending? So I don't have any of the assets to blend, unfortunately, so I will not be able to show it off. But you would just head to Nifty Blocks, head to blends, and add in your things to basically go from one rarity to the next. If you saw the announcement on the Discord, if you get all of the mythics for those art blends, you could claim the artifact for yourself. So with that, I think we've hit everything that these libraries are doing and what we're working towards. Chemistry research if you want to repair power cells. Life science research if you want to grow mushrooms. And then you can use that life research to get yourself some more seeds. You can make your papers in the libraries. And you can trade stuff along with your research papers for Dusk at the very bottom, which is on a rotating recipe. Again, you can claim research after you get the recipes in the library research tab. You can also turn your 3 into 1 apprentice, and you can get your coins by going to the relevant coin tab. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to ask them now. We'll tackle anything that anybody has left about the library, but I think we've hit everything. Give you a couple more minutes. I'll just kind of press some buttons, claim some things, and keep an eye on the chat here for just a few more minutes and see if anyone's got any lingering questions, anything they're wondering about. What is Novice Life Science Research? Okay, so Novice Life Science Research is what we get from our libraries after we do the Life Science skill. It's what we're working on right now. We take that Novice Life Science Research and we use it in the seed studies to acquire seeds. Probably look in the guide. Yeah, we did cover it earlier in this video. So you're welcome to watch the playback. We'll be posting that playback on both Twitch and YouTube. We'll be posting a more succinct tutorial with all of this information, much cleaner, laid out, sometime in the near future. So that'll be coming soon. Yeah. We'll just keep pressing some buttons, finishing up some things. And if anyone has any other questions, you're welcome to ask them. You know, we'll tackle it. Yeah, no worries. If anyone's got any other questions, doesn't have to be about library, we will now take any questions. Anyone, any beginners here who want to know anything about Million on Mars, now is the time to ask. Is there any benefit to depositing the Clara's Kingdom NFT? I am not 100% sure. It may give you vibes on deposit, but it's a collectible, much more so than something you would want to deposit in the game, because it's going to be a rarer MP3 that you want to hold on to. Oh, this is fun. It's telling us that we have chances of getting the different artifact shards now when we're doing certain actions, so that's kind of cool. Okay. We'll give it we'll make it a 40-minute long thing. We'll give you 1 more minute. Get your questions out there. Anything anybody has, anything left, we will call it after that. As I believe we have covered everything to do with the library. We'll leave it here on some of the upgrade costs, some of the things that are here. Novice Scavenging Research is already in the shop, but I don't see it in library recipes. Will it come later or maybe at high library level, or I am blind? When Lambo. Thank you. Novice Scavenging Research in the shop. Under library research? Under what tab? How many shards do you get for dismantling level 0 library? At first level, you will get 3 shards if you have not upgraded or touched anything. It is a consistent 3 shards. It's not 2 to 4. You'll always get 3 shards. Oh, do you mean it's available in the marketplace, not the shop? Marketplace. Gotcha. Okay, so are all of our recipes in here? If I could spell? Yeah. No? Do we have our recipes in here? Novice Chemistry, Advanced Chemistry, Novice, Apprentice, Novice Scavenging Research. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so this, similar to some of the other items that are in the shop, the items may be created and available in here before they're actually able to be generated in the game. So that's why you're seeing that. In a similar vein, you can also see, like, medium titanium ore, right? This is a resource that we don't currently have a way to make, but it's, you know, almost a leak in and of itself. gives you a heads up of something that's coming and something that's in the works. Large titanium, large copper ores. So yeah, these aren't currently able to be made, but maybe in the future. And yeah, presumably because it matches the scheme and the same design of the other ones, it would probably be in the library, but, you know, no promises, no information for sure. Just another player's best guess. Alright, floor is open for questions. We have a couple more minutes. Any other things? Anything anyone wants to know? Always great hanging out with everyone. I love to see all the faces in chat, all the new people, everyone swinging by, saying hi in the stream. Wait, does this do this? Oh, this is amazing! I didn't even notice this feature either. So the music player has this little, the circle around the outside fills up as the track plays. You can tell how far along you are. Man, I'm just impressed more and more every day. Do you need to add library to your land? Yes. So you want to put it down on a piece of land. It takes up 15 space. So you'll need, you know, you can put it on basically any plot. Just bought access, need to figure out how to play. Might I recommend the YouTube tutorials? Allow me to grab you a link. This is probably the best thing that we throw out there for like any of the new players. Basically, over on our channel, there's a whole bunch of tutorial videos that will absolutely help people out. And here you go. What's the use of Scavenging Xp? So Scavenging XP in the future will be used to help you become better at scavenging. You'll be able to invest it, it'll be able to turn that experience into better gains in the future. So you really want to pile it all up and do everything you can to save it up over time, and yeah, it'll help you out in the future. Bot access, need to figure out how to play. Yeah, right, we got you the link, we got you figured out, you're sorted there. What is the library artifact? So the library artifact would be a level 10 library. You're going to need to gather up all the mythics and blend them and then deposit them. Mitch gave a bit of a walkthrough. You can head over to the Discord to get a little bit more information about that one. All right. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up and like asking questions in the chat. I just love, you know, interacting with the team and the community and like getting to know everyone. You're all fantastic. Got like, you know, a little bit longer. Any other questions? Anything anyone has? If you haven't as well, definitely swing by the Discord. We do some like late night voice chats, and like I'll stream a little bit in there sometimes, just hang out with people, do kind of the same thing. If you haven't met me in the Discord as well, I go by GrilledCheeseSandies, and you can ping me and ask me any questions, and if I am anywhere near a keyboard, I will respond. How did I get my shards to upgrade my libraries? I dismantled my other libraries. So you put the library down on your plot, and you dismantle that library, and it gives you some shards back. So if you're dismantling a level 1 library, it will give you 3 shards every time. I would demo it for you, but I have already placed and put things in all of my libraries. They're all running, and they all have things going on. So you basically put it down on your plot just like this. You go to upgrades, and you go from upgrade over to dismantle. You type dismantle here, and it'll give you some number of shards back. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a great time showing off the library, answering all the questions, letting people know what's going on. If you aren't already, I can't imagine you wouldn't be, but if anybody here is not already, are you supposed to dismantle your libraries? If you need the shards to upgrade them, you're gonna have to dismantle some of them to put those shards in other ones because you need to level them up. And, you know, watch this back if you need to see what all the level requirements are for, because there's a lot of them. But yeah, if you're already here and you haven't been in the Discord and you want to come hang out with all of us, I can't imagine you made your way to the Twitch channel and you haven't already been hanging out with us, but man, we got a wicked community over there. Swing on by the Discord, say hi, connect with some of us, see who's up to what, and make some friends. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I hope everyone has a good one, and we'll catch you on the next stream or around the Discord. All right.